Hello, my friends. Okay, I gotta play around with this for a bit to see where's a good angle. Okay, so um, today I'm gonna have you working on multiplication because I know that's something you're really excited about. So we'll head back to place value, but since you're gonna be on your own for your first thing, I wanted to give you something that you're excited about. So let's start with some multiplication. Let's go with 12,625 times, let's go 5 to start off. So when you first get this problem, I want you to stop and think about what's a reasonable answer, first of all. So what I mean by that is I first see that my answer, my top factor is 12,000. So I'm going to estimate and say that 12,000 is close to 10,000. 10,000 times 5, I count by 10,000s on my hands, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So I know this is the about symbol in math. I know my answer should be about 50,000, but about 50,000. But I know it's going to be a little bit higher because it's not just 10,000. So I thought about it as 10,000 times 5 equaling 50,000. But I see that 12 here is more. So I know it's going to be a little bit more than 50,000. Possibly 60, up to 60 or more thousand. But as long as I'm into the 10,000s place for my answer, I'm probably looking good. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do 12,625 plus 12,625 plus 12,625 5 times and add it all up. Or you can multiply this factor. So in a multiplication problem, you have factor times factor equals a product. Okay, so right now we are searching, hang on one second. Now we are searching for our product for our answer. Okay, and I estimated that it's going to be somewhere around there. So, or you can take this factor and multiply it by each one of the place value spots. Okay, you could do it separately. You could take this one out separately and say, I know 10,000 times 5 equals 50,000. Or you can take this one out separately. 2,000 times 5 equals 10,000. 600 times 5. Well, I know the zeros trick where you can just take off the zeros in a multiplication problem. Take 6 times 5. I know that's 30 because I can count by 5s on my fingers 6 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30. And then you put the zeros back on. 3,000. And then 20 times 5. Same zero rule. Take off the 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Put the 0 back on. Again, this only works for multiplication, this exact rule. And then 5 times 5 is 25. And if I were to add those all up, I'd have to line them up a little bit nicer because right now my zeros, my ones columns here, 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 here. So they're a little all over the place, but I think I can do it. So 5 plus 0 is 5 for my ones column. My tens column is 2, 0, 0, 0. My hundreds column here, rest. And then my thousands column is here, 3. And my tens column, 10,000s column is right there. So that equals 6. So my answer should be 63,125. So I broke it out. It's kind of like doing an expanded form multiplication. That's one way you could do it. Or the other way you could do it is like this. 12,625 times 5. So then you just go like this and break it down and multiply it. 5 times 5 is 25. Bring the 5 down, carry the 2. 5, now I'm going to multiply it by this. So I'm kind of doing the same thing, but anything I get, I have to carry it over. So 5 times 2 is 10. plus 2 more is 12. Bring the 2 down, carry the 1. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 more is 31. Bring the 1 down, carry the 3. Make my next connection with the next place value spot. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 more is 13. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6, which I get the same answer. So this is the way I was taught in school. I never understood why. So if you want, you can multiply it out by each place value spot and then just add them all together, or you can do it this way also.